Hey everyone, and thank you for clicking on this video in the first place. This is a short clip taken out of a full podcast episode that has been recently uploaded. If you want to see that full episode, I'm going to put it in a card in the top right of your screen right there, as there's a lot more talked about than just this short clip in the podcast episode. So I highly recommend you watch it. I highly recommend you subscribe so you never miss a full episode or clip if you prefer to watch the clips rather than the full hour to hour and a half long episodes. Anyways, I hope you enjoy it. And again, thank you for clicking on it in the first place. What can you learn from someone who is not as informed or educated on the topic at hand?
This is great, right? Because we've been having a lot of discussions on religion, and I'm the person that's not very educated at the topic at hand, right?
Yeah.
But I at least the way I thought from being in that position of the person that doesn't know a lot about it is that for those people that are passionate about it and trying to teach a certain discussion, right? Like we use religion as an example. So people that are passionate about that and passionate about teaching it and spreading it, I felt like I was still able to be open with them, so that way they could understand the way that I was feeling. So that way then they could use that with other people, you know what I mean, to teach and spread it to other people. So as a person in it, I didn't feel like intimidated by it at all. I was actually kind of happy to be able to, like, even if I sounded like an idiot, at least they know the way that I'm thinking, and that maybe that could go help them with somebody else. When I'm in their position and I'm talking to somebody less educated about it, it's tough, man, right? Like we do it almost every day, right? Because like I do the construction and you work with me sometimes.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to teach you how to do it, and I'm like, I'm saying all these things and I'm talking about miter cuts and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh man, this dude probably has no idea what I'm talking about. Because at one point I didn't know either.
Well, at least you know that I'm willing to ask you.
Yeah, right.
So you know I'm not going to just be like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. And like we talked about earlier, it definitely depends on your audience. But it depends on the topic and stuff. Like you definitely, like in construction at least, it's like if I'm trying to tell you something, I'm like, You'll figure. I'll show you when we get back to the job site, right? Like I'll show you what a miter cut is. It's way easier than me trying to explain it to you and use my hands to make a diagonal and stuff. So, yeah, it's just kind of being able to understand the way that person's thinking and try to be able to decipher how you can, make it make sense for them.
Yeah. One thing that you said there that I actually kind of liked is you said when you're the one that's less informed, you purposefully make yourself like open so the other people know that you're listening. And I think that's really important too when listening to people, because it's very easy to just kind of be there and not pay attention. And even if you are paying attention, it's important to like somehow let the person know that you are listening. And you're pretty good at that. Like, I don't know. It's just every time you ask me a question, I know you're hearing every word that I say.
Right.
And I don't know, when I first like wrote this question, like how what you can learn from talking to someone who's less educated, I immediately thought of, well, going to the gym or with wake surfing. We're both experienced in wake surfing. And when you explain it and show someone else how to do it, the stuff that is so easy to you and so natural to you at this point, it kind of gets like refreshed through your mind, and you just see it a different way, or you see it better, or you might see a different way to do it. Like this happened with lifting weights. Like someone, I don't know, it's hard to say. I'm like teaching someone how to do bent over rows. They're with a barbell. They're bent over, and I have to like tell them where to position their hands. And then when I see them do it, I'm like, maybe I'm positioning my hands wrong. And we both need to like figure it out. So there's something about like teaching someone something you already know that strengthens your capability of doing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So